You know, running an immigration agency, wow, it's like a masterclass in juggling. Just so many moving parts. So today, we're going to dive into a platform called Immigo. And the promise here is a big one, to be that single source of truth that ties everything together, from the very first client call all the way to that final financial report.
And look, if you're in this field, I'm guessing this question, it's not really a question, is it? It's more like your daily reality. That feeling of just trying to keep your head above water, buried under this absolute mountain of documents, emails, and deadlines.
And this slide, this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? We're talking about a high volume of cases, and every single one has its own mountain of paperwork. Then you've got the constant back and forth with clients, regulations that seem to change every other week, and all of this with the constant pressure that one tiny mistake can have huge consequences. A lot of agencies try to fix this by juggling a bunch of different tools, but honestly, that just creates more cracks for things to fall through.
Okay, so how do you fix all that? Well, this is where Immigo comes into the picture, and its goal is really simple, but also really powerful. To take your agency from that feeling of chaos to a place of total control. At its core, the entire philosophy of this platform is just simplification. It's built to be one single, comprehensive system that manages the entire immigration journey. We're talking from that very first chat with a potential client all the way through to getting that final visa approval.
And look, this is way more than just organizing files, right? Immigo is built around some really key strategic goals. Things like automating tasks to make you more efficient, giving your clients that transparency they're always asking for, cutting down on those costly human errors, and, this is a big one, actually turning all your data into smart business decisions that help you grow.
All right, so that all sounds great in a theory, but how does it actually work in the real world? Let's do this. Let's follow a typical client journey and see how Immigo really tries to create that seamless experience.
Okay, now this is cool. What you're seeing here are basically two sides of the same coin. Over on one side, you've got the client's view. It's clean, it's simple, really straightforward. Then, on the other side, you've got your team's view, the powerful, comprehensive dashboard. But here's the most important part. These aren't two separate systems talking to each other. They're just two different windows looking at the exact same information, so they are always in sync.
So, to really see this in action, let's just follow the journey of a single document. Because, let's be honest, this is usually where things get messy and processes break down. But with a system like this, it's designed to be a major strength. So, first up, it all starts with the client. They log into their portal, and boom, right there is a simple checklist of every single document they need to get you. No more endless, confusing email chains trying to figure out what's missing. They just find the item on the list, click Upload, and that's it. It's securely in the system.
And what happens on your team's side? Well, the instant the client hits upload, that document pops up in your review queue. And look how clear this is. It's marked with the case number, the person's name, what kind of document it is, and a big pending status. There is zero confusion about what needs to be looked at next.
And closing that loop is just as easy. Your team takes a look at the document, and with one click, they can approve it, reject it, or ask for changes. And here is the absolute key. Every single action is logged. It creates this permanent, unchangeable record of who did what and when. That's your safety net right there.
Now, this whole philosophy extends to communication, too. Think about it. Instead of digging through your inbox trying to find that one email from 3 weeks ago, all the messages between you and your client are linked directly to their case file. Everything is in one spot, totally organized, and super easy to find.
And this is the result of all that. You get this beautiful, complete, chronological timeline of every single thing that happens on a case. A client uploads a doc, a staff member reviews it, a payment is made, a message is sent. It is all logged right here in one place. I mean, this is what total transparency and accountability actually looks like.
Okay, so that's the day-to-day, case-by-case workflow. But now, let's kind of zoom out. Let's pull back from the individual case and look at the big picture. How Immigo really acts as the command center for your entire agency.
Now this is the heart of managing your business strategically. The reports dashboard. It's not just a boring page with a bunch of numbers. Think of it more like a hub that gives you a complete 360-degree view of your agency's health, all in real time.
Just take this cases by status chart, for example. In like 2 seconds, an agency owner can see their entire pipeline. But it's more than that. You can spot bottlenecks instantly. Let's say that incomplete slice of the pie is always huge. Well, now you know you've got an issue with your document collection process. See, it's not just data, it's a diagnostic tool.
And it's the exact same story for your finances. This revenue by service chart, it does way more than just show you where the money's coming from. It tells you where you should focus your energy. Maybe you should be running a marketing campaign for study visas. Or hey, maybe it's time to take another look at your pricing for the express entry package. This is the kind of data that fuels much, much smarter decisions.
And believe me, it goes even deeper. You can analyze your team's workload so you can prevent burnout. You can finally understand your client demographics to sharpen your marketing. You can track conversion rates to dial in your sales process. This is exactly how you turn your day-to-day operations into a real strategic advantage.
So, when you put all of this together, what does it actually mean for your agency? Well, it's not just about a small upgrade. We're really talking about a complete transformation. So let's just boil it down. What are the key takeaways here? You get one single integrated platform instead of a mess of different tools. You get to give your clients a way better experience because everything is transparent. You can automate the tedious stuff, which slashes those costly human errors. Your data is kept incredibly secure. You can make smarter data-driven decisions. And maybe most importantly, you get a platform that can actually scale and grow right alongside your business.
You know, this quote here really says it all, doesn't it? It was built from the ground up to solve the real problems that agencies like yours face every single day. The whole point is to boost your efficiency, make your customers happier, and ultimately help you hit your business goals.
And really, that brings us to the final question for you to think about. A system like this lays out a pretty clear path to a future that's more organized, way more efficient, and built to scale. So I guess the only question left to ask is, are you ready to start that journey?